So Scylla, what happened?
I should be holding that. Well, Dan, it started when I saw this book down here, and we started the plan, and he started walking towards the stand of trees that we're in right now, and we made a little plan of how you were going to get to him. He stopped into a little alder bush, stood there in frozen position, and from that point Dan started talking about what the plan was going to be, and he made his way down to, he said, 300 yards away, I think, and I was the decoy up on the side of the mountain, 400 yards away. And so I put Tiffany's jacket on and moved and did things, and the deer was watching me, and Dan started walking, and pretty soon the deer moved out from his bush and got behind this stand of trees here, which gave Dan the opportunity to come down even closer to 200 yards, right, Dan? 300 yards. So then the deer made his way through the back of these trees, came out the top side of them. Dan had his rifle all ready to go and got into position. Were you prone? He was kind of sitting. Got his gun out. The deer just stood there and looked in our direction. Pow! Thwack! Flip-flop, flip-flop. Fisher, flip-flop, 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 into these trees and made his way through the trees because we're thinking he probably has a long shot, and piled up in the trees. So Dan and I got together, and we got to the spot where he went into the trees, and Danny went up and around and said, okay, go right through the trees and see, we'll push him out the other side. And I found him in there. Bruce the moose of a deer, right there. Isn't he beautiful? So now we're going to butcher him up and take him home. Amen.
You got it. And the shot took place way over by those spruce trees. It was on the back side of them spruce. Well, actually I think it was spruce back there, right back in there. That's where I was sitting. And so was up the hill, moving around, doing whatever, and he had seen us, and he was trying to get us get up over here to get our wind. He popped out in that opening, and the shot took place. He came running down and crashed into here, right into these trees right here. We're on Raspberry Island, staying at Raspberry Island Remote Camps.
Kodaik Raspberry Island Remote Lodge.
Oh, Kodaik. Say that again.
Kodaik Raspberry Island Remote Lodge.
There's the deer. There's Granny. And there is Muscogee Bay right there. What a beautiful day and a beautiful spot. Now the work begins though, because we get a long haul out and down.
We can do it.